Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidyaguru. Starting a new session on current affairs. This session is for the month of August 2022. The session is going to be completely in English medium. As you guys can make out, I am speaking in English right now. If you're not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the session in Hindi medium. That is also available in the playlist. You can go and check that out. We record a separate session in English medium for our students from South India, for our students from Northeast India, like students from Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, those students who are not able to understand Hindi well, we record a separate session for them. So that things will be easier for them, they'll be able to understand whatever we are delivering in an easier manner. Before starting, I've put in a lot of efforts. I bring at least 50 to 60 important points for you in every video. Please try to learn them, and if you really wish that I actually should bring more videos for you, share the video with your friends. Prior to that, press the like button and subscribe to Vidyaguru's YouTube channel if you have not till now. Press the bell icon along with that, because that's how you'll receive notifications of all the exam relevant videos which we upload. From here on, I'll be starting from the first question. The questions are very important. I really expect that you write them all. Elections and appointments. If you actually look at the first question, you yourself can judge. Whatever I'm going to deliver, it is going to be super significant for you. People learn the names of the presidents, but they forget to learn the names of vice president. Vice presidents are equally important. Please understand that. If I say Jagdeep Dhankar has become our 14th vice president now, you need to be aware who was contesting against him, because there was somebody else who was contesting. That is why election was taking place. I am saying Jagdeep Dhankar is the person who has become our vice president now, and Margaret Alva was actually the person who was contesting against him. Obviously, she lost that and he won that. New Central Vigilance Commissioner. New Central Vigilance Commissioner Suresh N. Patel. Suresh N. Patel has become the new Central Vigilance Commissioner. When I proceed with the next question, you can even see the person's name also. He has become World Bank's new India Country Director. World Bank's new India Country Director. His name is Auguste Tano Kwame. If you are not able to recall, if you are not able to retain his name, you can very easily do that. We are studying the current affairs for the month of August. You can relate his name with that August month. Auguste has become New India Country Director. World Bank's New India Country Director Auguste has become new director in the month of August only. So Auguste Tano Kwame has become World Bank's New India Country Director. First woman DG of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, N. Kalai Selvi. First of all, the organization is pretty old. You have been, listening to such a name, that is CSIR has done this, CSIR has announced this. But the remarkable thing here is that after all these many years, a lady has become its Director General. That too for the first time. For the first time, if something happens to such an organization which is so huge and remarkable, that plays some role in our country. So first woman DG of CSIR is N. Kalai Selvi. Please learn the name. Now you can even recognize whatever questions I've actually delivered here, they are important for you. I'll proceed with this question, and don't forget to watch the entire video. Apart from that, you have to press the like button as well. Okay, when I move to projects and inaugurations, as this rail, the picture of rail is there, so we'll start the question with that only. The first question is about National Rail and Transportation Institute. National Rail and Transportation Institute is renamed as Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. I'll repeat myself. National Rail and Transportation Institute has been renamed as Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, Vadodara, Gujarat. They may ask you what is the older name, they may ask you the newer name, and the place where this Vishwavidyalaya is situated can also be asked. So these are the kind of three questions which can be framed from R1 point You always give me the feedback that these many questions were asked in this exam or that exams, the exams which even I am not expecting that, our questions are going to be there. Please understand that the section of current affairs is significant for almost all the competitive exams. It remains the same. If you are preparing for any competitive exam, if that has the section of current affairs, these are the questions for you. Please spend some time. I am not going to waste even a single minute of yours. Please remain focused and learn the questions side by side. World's largest floating solar plant. 600 megawatt is the capacity. Solar energy, we are trying to switch to solar energy. We all are doing it. We know that. But we are saying as the government is trying to increase the capacity of all the solar plants, it is a floating solar plant. It is world's largest. Khandwa MP is the place where it is going to come up. That is what I am trying to tell you. But what is the important part here? As I told you earlier as well, the government, whenever they plan such a floating solar power plant, they'll keep on increasing their capacity. This time it is going to have the capacity of 600 megawatt. The place is Khandwa MP. I have told you that. The important part here is, which is considered more important, that is Omkareshwar Dam and not Omkareshwar Dham. Please don't call it Omkareshwar Dham because it does not have any, I am not referring to something religious over here. Omkareshwar Dam because it is on the river Narmada. On the river Narmada, Omkareshwar Dam is the place where they are saying world's largest floating solar power plant will come up. The place, to be precise, Khandwa MP. When I move to the third point, it is Donai Polo Greenfield Airport. It is coming up. It is coming up in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. If you are not aware, for your information, many of you would already be knowing that Arunachal Pradesh, whenever we refer to Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh. That's how you are able to relate this point easily, that in Itanagar, this Donai Polo Greenfield Airport is coming up. I hope you are trying to learn these points which I am delivering here, because I want to tell you that many students write it in the comment section that please upload the Hindi video. At the start, please listen to the intro carefully. We upload almost every video in Hindi medium as well as in English medium. If you are not comfortable with English medium video, you can switch and check in the playlist. Hindi video is already there. State news. The topic is state news. When I proceed with the first question, you yourself can make out such a question is surely going to be there in your exam, because something is happening here. What is that? West Bengal has 30 districts now. Addition is 7. That means 7 new districts have been formed. That is why West Bengal has 30 districts now. That is the important thing that you have to learn. India's first artificial intelligence powered digital Lok Adalat comes up in Rajasthan. See, when we are talking about Lok Adalat, we are referring to that court proceedings are actually going on. Now we are saying that something advanced has happened, that is AI powered Lok Adalat, and it was organized in Rajasthan. That is why. See, because if something of that sort happens, this is happening for the first time, and look at the step, it is pretty advanced, sort of first of its kind. That is why the state becomes important for you. Now state to launch its own online cab or e-taxi service. See, if you remain angry by the fares that taxi services are charging you, the easier way to generate employment, such a thing can be actually brought in. I am saying if the state itself is launching some sort of taxi service, what they are doing, they are actually trying to generate employment for the people, those who are living there. That is one of the ways we can say that. So state is launching, Kerala is launching online cab service of its own, as in owned by the state. It is Kerala Savari. They may ask you that as well. Chief Minister's breakfast scheme launched in government primary schools. And which government has done that? Tamil Nadu government has done that. We all want that many of the students do turn up, do actually attend schools. We all want that. And how will that happen? Because people from the poor strata, they are not willing to do so. They are not willing to send their kids to school, but obviously if they get such sort of thing that their actually kids are fed well, they have been given breakfast as well as lunch, so such things appear to be lucrative to them, so they send their kids to school. Such sort of things do work. So I'm saying Chief Minister's breakfast scheme launched in the government school, but government primary schools only, and this initiative is by Tamil Nadu government. Let's start the next question. We are moving towards sports news. Now there will be a lot many students who will be saying that why are you not talking about the recipients who have received gold or something like that. We'll upload one more video on Commonwealth Games, don't worry about that. But before starting that Commonwealth Games, I have not uploaded that video yet. I am saying only the important stuff under the category of sports news. So I'll start with the first question. 2022 Commonwealth Games flag bearers in the opening ceremony. See, because as I told you that I'll be delivering a new video completely on Commonwealth Games, don't worry about that. But I'm saying here I'm only talking about the flag bearers in the opening ceremony and in the closing ceremony. So in the opening ceremony, PV Sindhu does not require any introduction. You already know about her. Associated with badminton, if you are not aware, Manpreet Singh is also a hockey captain, famous hockey player. So they were actually made the flag bearers in the opening ceremony of Commonwealth Games. When I move to the next question, World Athletics Championship 2025, host will be Tokyo, Japan. Read the words carefully. Championship, what sort of championship? Athletics championship. World Athletics Championship will take place in the year 2025, will be hosted by Japan. This tournament will be hosted by Japan. The precise location is going to be Tokyo. You can even see that. World Athletics Championship, the logo is there. That is how I am trying to associate it. ICC Women's Cricket. Okay, when somebody tells you that ICC is an international body of cricket, we all know that. What is the area of significance here? There are three things which are mentioned separately, but three of the things are associated with women's cricket only. That you have to learn. I am saying women's cricket, ICC is organizing One Day International World Cup, which will be hosted by India, which will take place in the year 2025. So here is significant. India is hosting it. That is why it is even more significant for us. T20 Championship Trophy 2027 will be hosted by Sri Lanka. The next point is T20 World Cup will also take place in 24 and 26 also. And the places are going to be Bangladesh and England respectively. I'll repeat that. T20 World Cup Championship, T20 World Cup will take place in 2024 in Bangladesh, and T20 World Cup 2026 will take place in England. That is what I'm trying to explain here, but please understand that here I'm not referring to any men's event. I am talking about only and only women's event here. Women's cricket by ICC, these are the tournaments, they'll be organized in these countries. Okay, let's move to the next question. Under the sports category again, because we have to talk about closing ceremony also of Commonwealth Games, but we'll start with another thing, that is England win 2022 Women's Euro Cup by beating Germany at London. These are questions which can be framed from here, from this section. I'll repeat that. England has beaten Germany in some cup, and that is Euro Cup, Women's Euro Cup primarily. I have to speak like that. So Women's Euro Cup 2022, which took place in London, in which England actually got the victory and Germany got defeated. When I move to the next question, 2024 Paris Olympic Games slogan, Games Wide Open. First, you need to understand that Olympics of any kind, whenever they use the word Olympics, we understand the significance of such a question. We even consider that question very important. I am saying in 2024 Paris Olympic Games, that means Olympic Games will take place there in Paris. They are saying 2024 Paris Olympic Games, they are there. Now the slogan is going to be Games Wide Open. games wide open. That is going to be their slogan for this year 2024. Flag bearers at Commonwealth Games. You can even see the picture here. You can even see the boxing gloves here. When I say Nikhat Zareen and Sharat Kamal Achanta, table tennis player, famous ones actually, they are going to be the flag bearers of Commonwealth Games in the closing ceremony, because I have already talked about Manpreet Singh and PV Sindhu. They were the flag bearers in the opening ceremony of Commonwealth Games. Here I am going to talk about closing ceremony of Commonwealth Games. Nikhat Zareen and Sharat Kamal, these are the two players, boxer and table tennis player. They actually were the flag bearers in the closing ceremony of Commonwealth Games. Let's proceed with the next question. Now, banking and finance. Here, there are students who can take, break for some time. Those who are not preparing for banking exams, because there are students who are preparing for other exams and not for the banking exams. I'm not here wrapping up actually. There are a lot many questions which I'll be teaching you further, but a little break, in between those students, for those students who are preparing for banking exams. Whenever you join us, we provide such sort of information in detail so that the questions which we teach, they'll be there in your exam too. If you wish to join us, the numbers are there. You can actually take our live class also, video course also. We provide hard copy study material as well. The books are delivered to, students' place. So you can join us. You can actually take the advantage also. Now, from here on, banking and finance news. Look at the first question. First bank doing something for the very first time. That is why First Bank. And First Bank is Federal Bank to list its payment gateway. Federal Bank is listing its payment gateway on TIN 2.0. If you are able to recall TIN number and all, you can easily associate that TIN with IT department. So it is basically TIN 2.0, IT department's platform, where Federal Bank has listed its payment gateway. That is what I'm trying to tell you, because the name of the bank here becomes important for you. Artificial intelligence based pre-inspection will be done of the vehicles by Kotak General Insurance. So Kotak General Insurance is stating that they'll pre-inspect the vehicles by using artificial intelligence, and they are going to do that. Who's saying that they'll be doing it? Kotak General Insurance is saying that. When I proceed with the next question, gold coins launched as a legal tender by Zimbabwe. I'll repeat that. Gold coins are actually not considered, you can say, a legal tender. But if some country is doing it, it becomes legal tender. So it becomes important for you. So gold coins launched as legal tender by Zimbabwe. Yes Bank sells 10% stake. See, if some bank wants to raise money for itself, how are they going to do that? They're going to sell their stake. There are other ways also, but that's one of the ways. I'm saying Yes Bank has sold its 10% stake to Carlyle Group and Advent also. I'll repeat that. I was saying 10% to Carlyle Group and 10% to Advent. That's how they're able to generate $1.1 billion. And what does it come out when we actually consider it, when we actually count it in rupee? It becomes 8,898 crores. They have raised by selling their shares, selling their stake of the bank to Carlyle Group and Advent. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, let's start from monetary policy. RBI's bi-monthly monetary policy review. And it comes out to be that 50 basis point, they are increased like anything. You can even see this time that repo rate has increased by 0.5%. That is what I'm trying to convey here. It comes out to be 5.40 now. That means repo rate has increased and it has become 5.40 now. When you move to standing deposit facility, which is liquidity adjustment facility base, 5.15% is standing deposit facility now. Bank rate and marginal standing facility rate is 5.65%. When I proceed with fixed reverse repo rate, it is fixed reverse repo rate. The words are important. Please look at them carefully. And 3.35% it is actually right now. I am saying financial inclusion index March 2022, it is 56.4. When I proceed with digital payments index, you need to understand something here, that RBI has launched such sort of index to obviously measure the extent of digitization of payments in the country, like how many digital payments are happening, and they are trying to measure it. I am saying when they actually did that, they launched digital payment index for the same. When they did that, they did it in March 2018, and March 2018 they considered the score 100, and when they increase, the digital payments increase, the base is 100, the base year is March 2018, and since then you can even see that how many payments are happening as per DPI of RBI. It is 349.30. You can even see the jump here. This shows how many digital payments are happening in the country. When I proceed with the next question, all these questions are significant for all the aspirants who are writing bank exams. I'll proceed with the next question. From here on, you can even see that all the students can join, whosoever is writing any competitive exam, because a few moments back, I was only delivering those questions which are important for only bank aspirants, but a few questions. Here I'll be starting with defense news. You can even look at the first question, which is 4th, Al-Najah. See, they may ask you the name of the exercise, they may ask you the number of the exercise, they may ask you between India and Oman, they may ask you the venue also, and the question can be what kind of exercise it is, that is military exercise. I'll repeat that. Number of the exercise is 4th, name of the exercise is Al-Najah, between India and Oman, what kind of exercise, military exercise, and the place, the venue where it will take place is Rajasthan. Please learn all these things, they are pretty significant for you. When I actually talk about first indigenous aircraft carrier, the name is Vikrant, built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. The question is very, very important, because you even understand that it is first of its kind, and India itself made it. It is indigenous made, we ourselves made it. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Cochin Shipyard Limited is the organization which actually made it, and the name of that carrier is Vikrant. You need to understand how huge an aircraft carrier is, and it was made by this organization. That is why such a thing is important for us. When I proceed with the next question, it is 3rd exercise Winbacks 2022. Just by actually learning the words, learning the expanded form, you'll be able to learn or keep that exercise in your mind forever. V stands for Vietnam India Bilateral Army Exercise. Vietnam India Bilateral Army Exercise 2022 between obviously Vietnam and India, and the venue is Chandi Mandir, Haryana. The venue is Chandi Mandir, Haryana. When I proceed with the next question, it is India's first passenger drone. Passenger drone is something new. Obviously, it is first of its kind for us, built for the Navy. Built for the Navy. It is a passenger drone built for the Navy by Sagar Defense Engineering. The remarkable point here is that this Sagar Defense Engineering is a private limited firm. It is also a startup, and they handed over Varuna, and that Varun is basically the first passenger drone of the country, built by Sagar Defense Engineering Private Limited, built for Navy, and the name is Varuna. I'll proceed with the next question. Now Army commemorates something. They are obviously commemorating something, and the memory here is Operation Vijay. So we are going to obviously relate Operation Vijay with Kargil. If you can recall that there's a hill .5140 in Dras, Kargil I'm referring to. It shows countries, that means India's victory over the enemy. That is how, just to commemorate that victory. .5140 in Kargil has been given the name as Gun Hill. The question is so important, you can't even imagine. The question is going to be there in your exam for sure. They may ask you what has been named as Gun Hill. So it is 0.5140 in Dras in Kargil. It is obviously, commemorating, the army is commemorating Operation Vijay. Next question is 18th, Yudhabhyas. Yudhabhyas is obviously a popular exercise, we all know that, between India and US. It is taking place for the 18th time now. And in October 2022, it will take place. The venue is going to be Oli, Uttarakhand. That is why it is remarkable. Now, first all women independent maritime reconnaissance and surveillance mission. Reconnaissance also means surveillance. Surveillance mission of women, basically maritime, that means Navy is behind it, Navy is doing it. Now the important part is first all women independent maritime naval reconnaissance and surveillance mission in, that is the venue, in North Arabian Sea. And what are they using for the same? Dornier aircraft they are using for the same. I'll repeat that. First all women independent maritime reconnaissance and surveillance mission performed in North Arabian Sea. They used Dornier aircraft for the same. The question is important. It is first of its kind. That is why read the entire statement again and try to write it down. Let's move to the next question. Books and authors. You can even see the first question is about Michelle Obama. The lady is super important. That is why the books written by her, they are important too. The new book she has launched is The Light We Carry. The new book by her is The Light We Carry, and her memoir is Becoming. So memoir is important, becoming is important. We all know that because the lady is that significant. The Light We Carry is also important. So these are the books written by this lady is important. Michelle Obama, you can see a picture as well. Journey of a Nation. 75 years, we have been promoting it for so long. The government has been promoting it for so long. So try to relate this book with that, emotion now. Journey of a Nation, 75 Years of Indian Economy by Sanjay Baru. Books and authors, that topic is important. You can see that. So Sanjay Baru's book, Journey of a Nation, 75 Years of Indian Economy. When I proceed with the next question, it is the new edition of Vishwanathan Anand's memoir, Mind Master. See, Mind Master, we are able to relate it very easily with Vishwanathan Anand. The new thing is that he has come up with new edition of his memoir. That is what you need to learn, that his memoir got new edition, and the name of that memoir is Mind Master, and it is associated with Vishwanathan Anand. Speech collections, Loktantra Ke Swar and Republican Ethic of Ramnath Kovind. We all know that he has become our erstwhile president now, but the person is important. We all understand that, although we have actually got new president now, but the president who is actually not there now, but he has recently been changed. So whatever is associated with him, you have to learn it. Loktantra Ke Swar and Republican Ethic. These are the speech collections of Ramnath Kovind. When I proceed with the next question, India in focus. Now you have to look at this question as 10 new Ramsar sites. That means in the previous video, I have already talked about, Ramsar sites. Ramsar sites, something of international repute. They keep on adding, and you can say that, the number is increasing in India, that Ramsar sites are increasing. Now they have become 64. This is the important thing that you have to learn. If you can try, you should learn these names also. I have also written them here and I'll read them for you. First is Odisha. In Odisha, there is a new addition. Satkoshia Gorge is the place became or declared as Ramsar sites in these 10 sites which got added recently and which actually becomes 64 now. Tamil Nadu has got 6 new Ramsar sites. Gulf of Mannar Marine Biosphere Reserve, Kunthankulam Bird Sanctuary, Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary, Vembanur Wetland Complex, then Udyam Earth Anandpuram Bird Sanctuary and Vellore Bird Sanctuary. See, the names are a little difficult. I understand your condition as well. Learn them. The most important part is India has 64 Ramsar sites now. That is the important thing. And 6 got added in Tamil Nadu. The next is MP, Sirpur wetland. Goa, Nanda Lake has declared Ramsar site. And in Karnataka, Ranganathi 2 bird sanctuary. So these are actually the bird sanctuaries, and you can say wetlands also, which have been declared as Ramsar site. If you have understood everything, you can press the like button. If you could not, you can watch the Hindi video as well, and you can even rewatch the same video. So if you like the video, press the like button, and thank you so much for watching.